I've been tracking all of my spend for January, and let's see how much I spent this month as part of my no spend year. Hi, my name's Rachel. I do videos about decluttering, minimalism and my no spend year, and January's been a tough one. I gave a mid-month update because I wanted to share how much I was struggling with that impulse, and already for February I've almost caved, but we'll talk about that in a minute. I wanted to share how much I'd spent on the excess stuff. I have got the rule that I can buy tickets, but I do want to be mindful of that and not be spending more than I should do. So let's talk about what I've been spending money on this month. So one thing I do every week, most weeks, is I do line dancing, and that costs £6 a time. So it's a bit of an activity, it's a bit social, I get to speak to people and I get to do a little bit of exercise. So I've done that 3 times this month, and I've gone out for lunch with a friend and I've done drinks with a friend. So I feel like there's been a few social things that I have been part of. I've also treated myself to some new earphones because I've been listening to audiobooks. I've been listening to them out loud because I don't have any in-ear headphones that I could just wander around and use. So I just thought it'd be nice to get myself some proper ones that were really comfortable, that had the right size input so that I could be able to listen more and use them. And so I bought some headphones. I did have a voucher, so I didn't spend £36, I spent £26. So it meant that I got some money off. I bought some socks and the earphones and some glue. So they were things that I needed to bar the headphones, but that was a luxury. So out of physical items, I've only bought a few physical items. I bought the glue sticks, I've bought the socks, because my white socks were no longer white anymore and I needed some new ones. So I'm gonna move the old now because they were purple. They got mixed up in a bad wash. I did buy some books for £8. I spent £8 on books. I can't remember which books they were, but I'm only buying books that are second hand unless they are particular authors. So I did buy some books for £8. I did buy some tickets. So I don't normally include this for my spend money. So I've got an amount that I spent without tickets, and I've got a price that includes tickets. So I spent £62 roughly on 2 different tickets, usually to music events or comedy events, just because I think it's important to keep booking things and keep having stuff to look forward to. I find that really important and I really enjoy those kind of things. So I have booked those. So in all, I have spent £80.91 without tickets, and then if you add on the tickets it's £142. so I feel like that still feels like a lot. My budget is 60, so if you think about not including tickets, which I don't normally do, I'm only £20 over, and that'll be buying those headphones. So I did cave and buy something, but I feel like generally I haven't really bought much physical. A lot of things have been social things and exercise, so I feel like that's quite reasonable. I do feel like I need to be better in February, although I've already spent money on books. I'm not supposed to be buying books. I have a rule that for every book I read, I get, I was going to do £1, but I don't know. What would you suggest? I was going to say £1 for every book that I read is money towards a little shopping spree. And I generally will try and buy secondhand books. So I did do a little bit of a raid, and I did sell some books to World of Books that made about £20. So I thought, well, that gives me £37 because I read 17 books in January. So I thought, well, that's a reasonable amount to do a little bit of spending. So I raided all the charity shops in my local area and I bought quite a few. Lots of them were only £1 or buy one get one free. And I just feel like I got a nice range of books. Some of them were on my list of books that I wanted to get, because they either have a really long waiting list or they were bestsellers or classics that I haven't quite read yet, like The Alchemist. So there's lots of books there, and I'm hoping that will inspire me to keep going. I've got so many books on the go at the minute that it's hard to keep track of them. Although they're all quite interesting, thriller kind of burnout stories. I'm getting very similar vibes. I don't know how I managed to do this, but I'm picking up similar kind of styles of books at a time, and I tend to have a couple of books that are similar. I'm reading Anxious by Frederick Backman. I've got Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister. I've got Good Material by Dolly Alderton. on the go at the minute. So I'm trying to read all of those. I've got Miss Austen that I'm trying to read before the series starts. I'm most of the way through, but I just want to finish it. And what else am I reading? Oh, there's definitely something else. But I need to read more if I want to be able to spend money on books. But I did, yeah, I've already spent money. But I think that classes as a separate reading challenge pot. So it's not really in my spend unless I go over the amount. So that is separate. I like the little loopholes that I've created for myself. It seems to work well, but I did go over the board. I did go overboard when I was spending. That's the thing. I find it really difficult to stop. So I just went through all the charity shops and any books that I found interesting. There were a few that I didn't pick up that I now regret not picking up. So next time I'm there, I may get them. But I just think, well, they're only £1. It's not that bad. And I am trying to get as much as I can off my library card. So I am trying to not spend money, but it is difficult. Let me know how you're getting on with your no spend challenge. I guess mine's more of a low buy now. Let's see if February can be better. Let me know how you're getting on in the comments below, and I shall be back to share my progress as I go through February. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.